Balanced Essentials is an Australian aromatherapy company devoted to health and well-being, using the highest quality therapeutic essential oils in its all-natural product range. Each oil is subjected to quality control procedures to ensure scientific evidence of its properties. This unique collection, superbly presented, describe the effect on the mind and relate to an energy centre of the body. Beautiful blends that will uplift, calm, focus your awareness are vital for your skin and will inspire you. The inclusion of crystals to promote and amplify the properties of the products support results that offer a profound and beneficial approach to health and well-being. Take a deep breath. Now sit back and relax. Awaken your senses with Balanced Essentials.
Hello and welcome. Well, there's something we don't often think about until it's taken away from us. And that's the simple ability to move freely, to feel comfortable in our body, to go about our day without tension, without restriction, without that constant awareness of discomfort. Because when your body feels good, everything feels easier. And today we're talking about how to support your body naturally so that you can move freely, live fully, and really feel like yourself again. Now, this is a brand that so many Australians already know and trust. Balanced Essentials isn't new. It is not a trend. In fact, for nearly 30 years, it's been supporting people with carefully crafted aromatherapy blends that are designed to work with the body, not against it. And joining me is the founder, the formulator, and the aromatherapist behind it all, Cheryl. It is fabulous to have you back. Welcome.
Thank you. It's really lovely to be back.
Well, we love to hear your story and we love to hear how you can benefit us in our everyday worlds. Before we get into all of that, and I can't wait to share it with everybody at home, let's talk about the deal that we have. Today we're focusing on 3 of the most loved blends in the entire range. They're called Be Relieved, Be Sport and BE Lite, with some amazing bonuses, as you can see on your screen. Remember, this is all backed by science. It's listed as therapeutic by the TGA, and that is a huge achievement for this brand. And all I can say is that this is the hour that could change your world. So there is one of the deals for you. The BE Lite oil, it's 100 mils plus the BE Lite toning lotion, 250 mil size with the bonus Be Uplifted massage blend at $109. So you've got free shipping, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, and let me tell you, you will love that, because once you get this home and you try it and you actually experience the Balanced Essentials difference, you will be blown away. You'll feel it, you'll experience, you'll go, this is what everybody sings about, and we can't wait for you to experience that. So aroma.com.au is the website, 1300 179 300 is the phone number if you would prefer to call, but make sure that you do pick up on the deals. You'll find more deals on the website as well. It's all there for you. So, of course, as I mentioned, Cheryl is here. She's the founder, the formulator, the aromatherapist, and really the heart of Balanced Essentials. She is someone who has dedicated her life to understanding the body, how it functions, and that's really the passion for you, isn't it, Cheryl?
I think it is, because I've always gone into things, or I've been fascinated about learning my whole life, even as a young child. So for me, coming and helping people and doing all the things I've done in my life have really led me to where I am at the moment.
Well, I guess it's something I think, Cheryl, most people don't think about their bodies until it's hurting, right? And it might be those tight shoulders, it's the sore knees, there's that dull ongoing ache, and it just sits there day after day. But the body is always trying to actually kind of get back into a balance, isn't it?
It is, and the balance is really, from the minute we're born, the body wants to go back to homeostasis or balance. And it's trying all the time. Now, we can either help it or we can make it even harder, but look at the way our body does react. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, is listening to it, isn't it? And this is really what you've studied, isn't it? So when we talk about you've studied the body, you really look at how everything interconnects, how it all works together, and that's that homeostasis that you were talking about. So pathology, paramedicine, complementary health, bringing those forms of medicine together.
I'm just fascinated, and working for a while as a trainee nurse, it was the seeing people in pain that really got to me, and especially elderly people. But really anyone that was in pain, it was trying to help them and finding that the existing allopathic medicine made it very difficult.
And is that what sort of got you thinking about it, seeing people in pain? Because a lot of your blends do focus on that sort of that relief of those, the aches and the pains, and everyone feels it a little bit differently.
Absolutely. Pain relief is probably my highest priority. With the aromatherapy. I do have a whole lot of other things, but most of it revolves around having the best pain relief products out there. And I've been lucky enough with all the research I've done, the work I've done with it, to know that I've been able to help people with it. And that, to me, is one of the most satisfying things.
Well, look, I'm just going to go a little bit sideways here, and I'm going to say from personal experience what a joy it has been to have balanced essentials in our home. For ourselves, my husband and I, for our children as they've grown, the relief that it has brought in those moments where you go, oh my gosh, I don't know what else to do, has been incredible. And this is why I was saying earlier, is once you get this home and you actually experience balanced essentials, that moment of going, oh, this is how I should be feeling. Those tight shoulders from sitting on a computer all day, that is not normal for us, right? And our bodies need to understand that they can adjust. Speaking of all of these sort of aches and pains, is this where your Be Relieved and Be Sport blends were born? Because they are two blends, and you talk about sort of supporting comfort, movement, mobility, all of those sort of balanced things. But they all come in different ways, I guess.
Well, it really began in a shop I had in Beecroft. And I ended up, the first blends I made were the Be Uplifted, Be Calm, Be Aware, Be Vital, Be Inspired. And I was getting great results, and people were saying, oh, the pain's gone, or I'm feeling so much healthier and so much happier. And in order to bring those up, because they weren't listed with the TGA, I wanted to have medicinal products. So that's where these grew from those original blends.
So this is what I wanted to talk about is, you say there's sort of like a medicinal trait to it. Aromatherapy has been used traditionally for thousands of years to support the body to stay in that balance. And it does it in a very gentle way, but the results speak for themselves, isn't it? That's a key to balanced essentials.
It works with the body. So when you say gentle, it's really interesting because they can actually have a very profound and strong effect. It depends on what the individual needs. And, of course, the people that use it more often are going to get the most benefit from it. But even people who use it for the first time are quite amazed by how it is. And that's what's lovely about aromatherapy. I think to me, it's the first thing you use when you're in pain, when you have a cut, a scratch, an accident. These products are the first thing you use. And then later, if it's not enough, and you're in hospital, you can always use something else then. But 9 times out of 10, this is all you need.
Well, and it's kind of understanding that when we talk about aromatherapy, it's not a singular oil when you talk about balanced essentials. It is like this incredible balance of a blend, right? And together you get all of these different results. We talk about it like it's a little first aid kit in our house. That's how we use it.
Well, that's how most of my customers feel about it too. But you're right, it's not one. Like I could say lavender has all these properties, marjoram has all these properties. but it's the synergistic effect of all of them becomes greater than the sum of the parts. So you will find that, and these are very complex blends, there are 13 ingredients in these,
Yep.
and it's that synergy that gives you that benefit of working, and then your body takes from it what you need.
Yes.
It's like going to a smorgasbord. You'll be drawn to certain food, and certain food is what your body will take on board if it needs it.
Yeah.
And these blends are very much like that.
Let's talk about a couple of the individual blends. I'd love to start with the Be Relieved, and then we can talk about Be Sport. Let's start with Be Relieved. This, again, is, I feel like there is not a body in the world that couldn't benefit from Be Relieved. Talk us through why you created it, what we could expect, what are the sorts of blends that are in there?
Well, I had so many people that were in pain, and it wasn't just normal pain that was being helped with the blends, but I thought to myself, I want to come up with something where you don't have to sit and mix 40 oils together to work it out. You want to come in there, and there's one bottle. You're in pain, you've hurt yourself. You want to grab one bottle and actually apply that and have it work. Now, it's both of these, Be Relieved and Be Sport, are analgesic, antispasmodic. They work in many different ways.
Can you just explain what you mean by analgesic and antispasmodic, just for those of us that's not our regular vocabulary?
Analgesic is pain relief.
Yeah, right.
Antispasmodic, well, you can imagine when your muscles are in spasm and you're having problems there. Anti-inflammatory is when something is completely swollen and you're having problems with. So all of those conditions are what aromatherapy does best. And Be Relieved is probably the most popular product I have. People start on Be Relieved and they go from there, and then they use all the others. And they'll find in this particular pack we've got the both, because you'll need them for different things.
Well, and this is the thing is, again, using those blends where your body will respond to what it needs.
Absolutely.
And then having the two, they do kind of work side by side, because in my mind I think about Be Relieved is that sort of like, for me it's like a hug. It's calming.
It's very calming.
It's like, I always feel like it settles my nervous system a little bit. It just kind of makes me take a breath.
Well, it has a lot of anti-anxiety
Yeah.
individual essential oils in it. So you will find that your anxiety levels, everything drops because of it.
Yep.
And if you're really looking at them, Be Relieved is the calming blend. Be Sport's a stimulating pain relief blend.
So Be Sport, I mean, well, actually, sorry, can we look at this for a second? So this is your Be Relieved here.
Yeah.
So we're looking at muscular aches and pains, mild arthritis. It might be those cuts and scratches and those minor skin wounds that you or the children or the grandchildren are having. And it could just be from gardening or the kids running around, whatever it might be.
Absolutely.
Minor burns, bruise, pain and swelling, period pain and PMT, even digestive spasms and discomfort, headaches, stress and mild anxiety, mild acne and sleeplessness.
I don't know any other product on the market that has the versatility of the Be Relieved.
Wow.
There's a page and a half of listings with the TGA, and it can go anywhere on the body, and I think that's what makes it versatile, because a lot of blends out there, a lot of pain relief products have tea tree or eucalyptus, but you can't use that on certain parts of the body.
100%
it would
you
make
can't.
it very hard, and you certainly wouldn't put it on your hemorrhoids.
No.
So
Nowhere near.
I wanted it to be versatile, but to be used by everybody.
Yeah.
And, young people, old people. People are even using it on their dogs, their cats, their horses, their sheep. I've got the most amazing stories of how it's benefit, even birds. I have a bird vet that uses it too.
Isn't that phenomenal?
So,
I love, you sort of just say so gently, the TGA, the Therapeutic Goods Association. That is a huge thing to be able to say about your product, because the hoops and the rules and the regulations that you need to prove that you've done the right thing and it does what it says, that is a really big deal.
It was a huge ask in the very beginning to go through and comply and work it all out. And And it isn't easy for any natural product to go through it. So it's an expensive process. But to me, it was important because I wanted to be able to tell people what they really did. I didn't want to be able to say, you know, it looks nice. If you put it on, you'll feel better.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough. I had to be able to talk about everything that it did, you know, all of the different conditions, the places you could put it, everything. And that was the most important thing, so that people could understand it, because the majority of people don't understand what it's like to deal with government bodies and different things like that, especially in health.
Yes.
Health's very difficult.
It's when you're able to say the things that we can say. So, for example, being able to read all of those bits on the graphic before, so from the muscular aches and pains to the period and PMT to the cuts and the wounds and the minor abrasions, the minor burns, all of those things. It's one thing to hear it. What I'd like to do is I'd like to actually show you some thermal imaging. And Cheryl, if you could talk us through this, because this is where I like to see, I like a picture to be painted for me. And this really, really shows you what it's all about. So let's have a look at this thermal imaging. And Cheryl, if you can run us through what this is actually, because this is showing how it works.
Well, thermal imaging really is amazing because it gives you a correct way of what's really going on. In the beginning, when I had the product, I knew it worked, but people were finding it hard. They go, how can an oil put on the body work within 3 minutes? And I'd say, well, it does. But finding out about thermal imaging was absolutely so beneficial for the product, because I was able to show the before and after, and you can see on those shots the before and the after. Now, that's within 3 to 5 minutes of application.
That is completely different.
It is amazing to see the difference.
Cheryl, am I right that if in the before there was a lot of redness, in my head I go, it looks really angry.
Well, think of the expression white hot. Now, that would be the hottest area, followed by red, followed by orange, followed by yellow there. And that really gives you an indication. And the greater the heat signature, the white hot areas are. Wow. And that's what was amazing to show people visually, because most people do find it difficult to understand how a bottle, compared to taking a pill, can actually work.
Yeah, and this is really where the proof is in the pudding. It is so powerful, and when you talk about 3 to 5 minutes, and it's that consistent use as well, isn't it, Cheryl? Like, there's almost like a compounding effect,
exactly.
Particularly for you, those of you that do feel really bad.
Well, in the beginning, you might have had an existing condition, a chronic condition, that would have been with you for perhaps many years. And so you're going to start off using it, and it will take some of that inflammation away, but a lot of it can be really hard to remove because it's existing inflammation.
Yeah.
So over the first few days, the more often you use it, the more you're going to benefit from it, because you're helping get rid of that to get to the point where you will feel amazing.
Well, and just to talk about this thermal imaging here, because there you see that white hot, and this is the abdomen. And in that graphic before, we spoke about digestive issues.
Absolutely.
Period pain.
Yes.
PMT. There is relief like this that actually works.
People would not believe that it was actually the stomach area. That's a transverse colon. And a lot of people with IBS that's how they will look. And people couldn't believe that putting something onto the skin, onto the abdomen, topically, would actually get to the bowel. And it took me so long to explain to even a lot of professionals, this is the result you will get. And so having the thermal imaging and being able to get that done, I was able then to say, here's the proof. Yeah. Here's the scientific proof.
Well, I said before, sometimes I like to see something in a picture because then it really makes me understand.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing is that if you are somebody who has those digestive issues, and I mean, from what I understand, that can be really debilitating on a day in, day out basis. Yeah. And so if all of a sudden here's something that you can apply, the absorption of balanced essentials into the skin is unbelievable. So let me tell you, when you go about your day, you don't feel slippy or anything, and that's really key to it
was
getting in.
Very important, because I wanted to make sure that the carrier oils, and there are 3 in this one, were right, and that's the sweet almond, the macadamia and the wheat germ oils, which all have their own individual properties, but it had to be in the right ratio.
Yes.
So it's a greater amount of the sweet almond. It had to be to the point where it didn't feel sticky on the skin, where it was absorbed, where it helped with lines and wrinkles and stretch marks and all the other things apart from pain. So I wanted it to be very versatile.
They really are like bottles of magic, and it's remarkable what you've done. But then that's why you've been doing this for 30 years. That's why it keeps going. Talk me through the feet again, because this one here we talk about arthritic pain in the feet before applying Be Relieved.
Well, if you're looking at that, you can see the white hot areas there, and that's a hard one. The feet are difficult to deal with. You can be talking about gout, arthritis, and that's a very, very sore lot of feet. And on the other one, after the application of it, you can see just how much it's changed. And I know personally, because my partner has very bad arthritis from a lot of the things he did when he was younger. And without having the oil put on each night and each morning, he will find that he's walking with concrete feet.
Wow.
But the application of the oils gives him the ability to now, he said, you know, there's a lot of times I don't even think about my feet.
Oh, do you know what? We want you to think about these things. We want you to know that you can feel better. That's what Balanced Essentials is all about. I want to take this thermal imaging just a little step further. Want you to have a watch of this vision that's coming up, and then we'll be back with more afterwards.
Just relax, Susan. We'll just take the image now.
Nurse and thermographer Pauline Rose did clinical trials on the product.
Digital infrared thermal imaging is well known for visualising pain. It's the only method you've got for that. So you can see there's a major area of inflammation here, and in the core of that you've got what we call white hot. Well, I was very surprised at how quickly it worked, and I was also surprised because we had a wide range of people with different problems, and the types of things I was hearing them say about, you know, how much better they felt. And that's you, about 5 minutes later. So that's a really big change.
Yeah.
You feel better?
Change, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when they say a picture tells 1,000 stories, that's what that is about. I cannot wait for you to try this. Let me share a testimonial with you, because there is something about hearing from the people that do use it. Be Relieved is a product I will never be without again, because every now and then my back is very painful depending on what I'm trying to do. And this oil is a godsend. Kind regards, Marilyn. Over 30 years, Balanced Essentials has changed the worlds of so many people. Marilyn is one of them. There are so many reviews that you have.
I have thousands now. Not all of them are on the website, but I have the rest in boxes, and I haven't wanted to upload them to the website because I've kept that for people that directly go there. But I've had letters, I've had emails, all sorts of things, cards.
Well, you would have changed people's worlds, without a doubt, Cheryl. That's what you've done. Before we go any further, Cheryl, I need to share this deal with you, because this is where it all begins. And what you'll get here is the opportunity to trial the Be Relieved. It comes in 100ml. You've got B Sport in 100ml. But what you also have here are the most fantastic. They are the roll-on bottles. Think about like your little roll-on deodorant, but you're actually going to put your oil in there, and then it's such an easy application. I think about it as application on the go, because that's how we transport around for, you know, Sunday morning sports. You want to go to the gym before work, all of these different things, but it's all at your fingertips. So there is your offer. $119, you've got free shipping and a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can shop at aroma.com.au, phone 1300 179 300. This is Balanced Essentials. This is where the history, the longevity of aromatherapy changes the way you feel. This is the Be Lite combination, is the Be Lite oil and the Be Lite toning lotion, plus the bonus of the Be Lifted massage blend. Down to $109, you get that whole bundle. That is fantastic. Quickly, who's that for? Just quickly.
Oh, for anyone that has fluid, all sorts of problems with the BE Lite, cellulite problems. If they just want to look a bit better or feel better, it's great for the skin. But really think of it that is the one, if you have a lot of fluid, that would be the one that you go to.
You want to go to. So that's the BE Lite, but it's
A
all
good
on the
detox.
website. Yes. We could all do with a little detox now and then, couldn't we? OK, let's go to the second part of this duo. We've spoken about the BE Relieved, sort of the calming, the analgesic. That's the effect that we're having there. Can we talk about... because before the discomfort even begins, movement is something that we want. We don't want to lose it. We want to make sure that we can keep moving. How does BE Sport fit into that?
Well, BE Sport, you're stimulating pain relief. So in the beginning, I find a lot of people use the BE Relieved at night time, and then they use the BE Sport during the day when they want to be more focused, they want to be more active. They perhaps have very tight muscles and they want to go and do a walk, or they want to work in the garden. So the BE Sport is the one that will get them going, and it contains a lot of oils that are brain stimulant. You've got your rosemary and your basil as well.
Oh, so like focus.
You can focus better. Even people that are going to work will find that the BE Sport will keep them focused, and children going off to school too. They're more focused with the BE Sport.
So, and the BE Sport is a fascinating one to me, because I think, and a lot of us, and it was only when I used it myself that I went, oh, this is not just about hells, you need to get yourself around the block, go for that walk. It's not just about an exercise. It's about when you want to be into it. You want to lock in. You want to get focused. You want to I think of it as the make something happen blend. That's where it kind of helps me do that.
It does. And that's where they both worked well together, because you've got one that will help you sleep more than the one that will help you wake up. But if you are in a lot of pain and you've been in pain for years and you want to use something, and you're thinking which one, sometimes putting one on and then the other, which you can double up on, can give you more support, because you've got different essential oils in them, and that synergy again, and especially if you've just hurt yourself. For me, I had an injury a long time ago, and I had 2 prolapsed discs.
Wow.
And on that first day, when I was in absolute agony, I applied both every half an hour for quite a few hours. I was told later that if I had have moved the wrong way, I would have been paralysed. So it was quite a severe injury. And I got through the entire time of healing, and it took 6 months all in all, without taking any other pain relief except using BE Relieved and then BE Sport. So for me, I've gone through that and realised just how valuable it was.
Yeah, well, and this is the thing is, I said it right at the beginning of this, you kind of don't know how lucky you are until you aren't able to move, to do those things, run around with the grandkids, all of the whatever those activities are that you want to do, and then all of a sudden you go, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Can we talk about the thermal imaging for BE Sport as well? We've got the graphic of here it is, the back.
It's the back. Yes.
Talk us through sort of what we're seeing, what we could expect, and how it would work.
Well, again, you can see the visual. It's a before and after. And you can see on the left-hand side how much more of the white-hot areas, the red areas are, and then the difference and the change in it from just 3 to 5 minutes of application.
Just remarkable, isn't
it? It was. It was even quite amazing for me, because I did know that it worked so well, but to actually visually see it. And we had, at the time, we had a current affair filming. And it was really interesting to have them come and actually see a lot of the things and to show people what really can be done with aromatherapy, because the majority of people think, no, aromatherapy is a nice smell.
Yes.
They don't realise how unique and powerful it can be.
Well, and again, the whole idea of balanced essentials, having these researched, proven blends, Cheryl.
Yeah.
This is the difference, right? Because you keep using the word synergy. It's that synergy that is just so important to create it.
Very much.
Just that back. So many of us are living such more sedentary lives.
Our lives are different now. We grew up as children where we were running around throughout the day. We weren't on a cell phone. We weren't on Facebook or Instagram. or ex, we were everywhere, and we were up a tree, or we were
we were running in the
walking around the
fields.
fields, falling into creeks. Nowadays, you find children are very sedentary, adults are very sedentary, and we're watching too much television these days. And so, therefore, if you don't use the muscles, if you don't move your body, you're going to lose that movement as you get older.
Yeah.
So to have something that actually gives you the movement back means you will then make more of an effort to keep it, because you realise the difference it makes.
Well, you do realise. And this is, again, it's when you trial it, when you feel it. Let me share another testimonial, and this one is about BE Sport, because this is what you could be experiencing. So I just received my BE Sport. Amazing results with this oil. I am an RN, with all the aches and pains after a busy shift. I use this and get a better night's sleep. Will continue to use and recommend it to friends and colleagues. Regards, Fiona S. And this is the thing, whether you're on your feet all day like Fiona, running around, caring for other people, you're at an office job where you just find yourself, the only walking you get is to the bus stop, and then you sit on the bus, and then you walk to your office, and then you sit at your desk all day, and then you do the reverse to go home, and then you sit in front of the telly.
Well, that's interesting with that one, because she's using the BE Sport, which is the stimulating one. And I think she would either use the BE Relieved at night time, but even if the stimulating one was used, that shows you something, because I have found approximately 1 in 10 people have an opposite reaction to any medication. They have an opposite reaction to even having a cup of coffee. Some people can drink lots of coffee at night.
And it doesn't bother them in the slightest.
Other people have half a cup and they're awake all night. It shows you that you can try either one to see how you react.
Yes.
Because the BE Sport in this case may help you relax more. The BE Relieved may not. So it's very much a very personal thing.
It is a very personal thing. And you said it much earlier, Cheryl, your body will also do with it what your body needs to do with it. And I love that, because you're going to get what you need, the relief or the, that stimulant, however your body needs it. This is a fantastic offer, and I'm so excited for you to try it. It is just $119, free shipping, 30-day money-back guarantee. You are getting the BE Relieved and the BE Sport, both in 100ml size, but you also get the BE Relieved roll-on bottles, which are just brilliant.
They're great, because you have the ability then to decant into it. You can pour some of the oil in it if you need it. They're very easy to use. The lids most of the time will come off easily for you. If not, just get a tea towel and grab your hand over it. And you're able then to put some of the oil in it. We've already labelled them for you, so you know which one's which. And then you can carry it with you, or even if you live on your own and you wake up in the middle of the night and you've got a sore back, and you can't get anyone to give you a massage or apply any oil, you can actually do it yourself then, and it makes it so much easier. So that's why that both of those are in there.
They are brilliant, and I just say this is our BE Relieved on the go. That's how we take it with us. All right, let's keep moving along now. Something else that people often feel is the heaviness and sluggishness. So we're going to come back and take you through getting the body feeling good again, and we will be back with more Balanced Essentials just after this.
Balanced Essentials is an Australian aromatherapy company devoted to health and well-being, using the highest quality therapeutic essential oils in its all-natural product range. Each oil is subjected to quality control procedures to ensure scientific evidence of its properties. This unique collection, superbly presented, describe the effect on the mind and relate to an energy centre of the body. Beautiful blends that will uplift, calm, focus your awareness are vital for your skin and will inspire you. The inclusion of crystals to promote and amplify the properties of the products support results that offer a profound and beneficial approach to health and well-being. Take a deep breath. Now sit back and relax. Awaken your senses with Balanced Essentials.
Now, as I was saying, something else that people often feel is that heaviness, the sluggishness throughout the day, that lack of flow in the body. Now, you could be helping your body find its rhythm again, its flow, through one of the most loved, most transformative and most results-driven combinations in the entire Balanced Essential range. This combination is your BE Lite oil and your BE Lite firming and toning lotion. The deal is unbelievable. You've got your BE Lite oil in a 100ml, your 250ml of your BE Lite toning lotion, but the bonus there is also the BE Uplifted Massage Blend. That's valued at $35 on its own. But the offer is only $109. So this is really, really a fantastic offer. Free shipping, 30-day money-back guarantee, aroma.com.au, or call 1300 179 300. It is only while stocks last. Remember that bonus BE Uplifted 15ml massage blend valued at $35. That is free while stocks last. That is the key.
And that's to help people feel better. The reason I put that one in is to allow people to look at the other blends that we have. But BE Uplifted is the oils that are in aromatherapy that make you feel better and happier. And I thought, well, if you're going to be trying to make your body look better, to get that little extra boost, I thought was a great idea. And it can be used like a natural perfume.
Yes. Look, this product, this combination, the things that we can help with are incredible. So we're going to take you through a bit of a list because we have mentioned the TJ a couple of times. And the fact that you can actually even talk about these things. We've got edema, PMS, menstrual issues. We've got relief.
Because a lot of the oils help to balance the hormones.
Yes, and people don't realise that, right? We've got mild joint aches and pains, symptoms of occasional gout, and promotion of blood circulation. Now, I want to go back to talk about some other pieces here because I know that there will be ladies that are going, oh my gosh. I want to talk about the appearance of cellulite, that is like the word that nobody's ever allowed to talk about, and the fluid that is associated with that. Now, this combination will help with that.
Well, when you look at it, what do we do most of the day? We tend to either eat the wrong foods, sit around, don't do much exercise. A lot of the toxins we're taking on board, even from the air around us, we're absorbing in. Now, what our body does with those toxins, it tries to protect us. It gets overwhelmed by the amount of toxins we're taking in. So it puts a protective sealing around it and a water barrier to protect us from it. Now, that can then get broken down slower by the body and not overwhelm the body.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we're not able to do that each and every day because we're taking more on board. So it builds up. So what you need to do is work out and get something that actually helps you to break that down gradually. Now, you don't want to do it too quickly because it will overwhelm you and make you feel ill if you overdo it too quickly. This will help to take it down, and it breaks that down. You're going throughout the lymphatic system. So anyone that has a sluggish lymphatic system, you will love BE Lite. And that's what it's really for. And that fluid, once you get rid of that, you're helping the body to get back to a normal balance as well. And you often see people that have really thick legs.
Yes, and
ankles. And they might have fluid on the knee. But for anyone with the other problems where you're feeling, you've got the lumpy bumps, the cellulite, it's amazing what can be done with it. We've had a lot of feedback over the years, and one particular lady even put the BE Lite on when she had a burn. She was working and the burn spread on her leg, and she covered her leg with it. And what she didn't realise, over a few weeks, one of her friends said, there's something wrong with your leg. One is smaller than the other one.
Wow.
And then she only realised then that what had happened was she'd lost a lot of that cellulite and the other problems with it.
That is sort of associated fluid. That sort of... it's almost like spongy, isn't it, if you think of it?
So she then had to put it on the other leg to balance them out.
To balance her legs out. Speaking of legs, another really important part of using BE Lite is how it works for we spoke about the heavy legs, but also the appearance of varicose veins on the legs and how helpful BE Lite can be for that. Because varicose veins, people get quite nervous about doing anything with them.
Well, they do, because you've got to be very gentle. It's not as if you can massage in a very firm way with varicose veins. You've got to be careful. You don't want any clots. But if you do it gradually, if you are very careful with the way things are, it's incredibly beneficial. And especially when you're massaging, start from the bottom, work your way up.
Yes, upwards.
You're going with the blood supply then. You're helping to pull them up and to go from there. So it does help with the appearance of the varicose veins, and it's amazing what it does. I mean, I've had one particular person used to put it on every morning because she couldn't do her jeans up. And so by putting it on, she found then within half an hour she could actually do her jeans up, and she felt more confident in herself.
Wow, and that's the thing, isn't it? The confidence that gives you, and it's just as simple as using a product that is just... It's so clever, it's so balanced, it's so beautifully blended that you actually feel the result, right?
You feel very different. And people say, if I don't put it on every morning, I feel different.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people that are using red light therapy these days, they're finding with their arms, with their legs, with putting this on first, you're going to get that much more of a benefit.
Wow,
on top of any red light therapy you'll have from there.
You heard it here first. That is a great little hint. I love that. It is an incredible deal, and it is. I love the idea of if you just feel like you need to step into being yourself again. You want to feel your very best self.
And for women, isn't that the most important thing?
Oh, it's really like it's a huge thing for us. Now, Balanced Essentials, it is a remarkable product. BE Lite oil with the BE Lite lotion, there it is. Remember that you get that uplifted massage blend there as well. It's a 15 ml. That is Cheryl's way of saying feel your very best self in having that.
Happy.
Yeah.
Feel happy.
And I love the idea that you said that's also can even just be your fragrance oil. I love that.
It's a 15 ml bottle. You do get quite a bit in that 15 mils. But we do have it available in 100 mils, so you get to try it. And if you put it on your wrists and if you put it on your neck area, you're going to be breathing in as well as absorbing all of those oils. And a lot of them are in there, like you've got bergamot, geranium, you've got lemongrass, lavender. There's oils that are known in aromatherapy to have many benefits with feeling happy and to help if you're feeling anxious.
Well, you know, you have to remember that aromatherapy has been used for thousands of years. I mean, that's what it's about. Balanced Essentials has been trusted for nearly 3 decades.
Well, even think back to the plague days when they wore those, I don't know what you'd call them, but they were like a big peaked mask.
Yep.
And they'd fill them with herbs when they were going around and actually helping people so that they didn't get ill. They were able to smell all of the aromatherapy, really, a lot of the oils, and protect themselves. So it's quite amazing.
So clever. It's just, it really is. I keep saying this, but until you actually experience Balanced Essentials and what it can do for you, you'll understand why it's been trusted for nearly 3 decades. And it's not because it's loud. It's not because it promises miracles. It's because it works with your body. It works gently, it works naturally, it works consistently. And it really is, you know, whether you're looking to move freely, you've got some discomfort that you want to ease, you want to just feel lighter or just feel better in your own skin. Yes. This is your invitation to support your body naturally, because when your body feels supported, it responds, and that is really, really the key. Our BE Lite oil, BE Lite toning lotion offer is available on the website aroma.com.au. You can call 1300 179 300. All of the offers are on the website as well, so you can find them all there. Remember that there is the BE Sport and BE Relieved duo that you can pick up on. That does come with the 2 roll-on bottles that you can decant and you can apply, particularly if you need to do it yourself. But Balanced Essentials is just one of those beautiful brands that we love and we trust. And we trust it because it works. I'm very, very lucky to have Cheryl here, the founder. You are the person that has pushed to make these available for us and to be able to tell us how it works. But can we just talk a little bit about aromatherapy per se? It has been around for thousands of years.
It has, and it was used to heal wounds. It was used for all sorts of things. And what I love is that people are coming back to natural. And they're coming back to aromatherapy. It's one of the best things, I feel, to use first. You can always go to a lot of things and herbal medicine and all those things. But aromatherapy, because you're getting the ability to change your life with the essential oils that actually can be absorbed very quickly into your system.
Yeah.
They don't have to go through the stomach. You're not swallowing them. You're applying them to the skin. It's a quicker way of healing. But there's the versatility with essential oils. You can put them all over the body, but they work for so many different things, like cuts and scratches, and then you've got muscular aches and pains, all sorts of things.
Well, and this is it really is, you can spot treat, but your body is going to use it the way it needs it, right? Because it is a topical application, and then your body goes, oh, wow, let's use this. I love... I want to touch on the fact that we've been talking about a pack that has your Be Relieved and your Be Sport. I feel like the Be Relieved is very much your... it's your calming. A lot of people will use it at the end of the day just to kind of settle themselves. Great for sleeplessness, anxiety, yes, some muscle aches and pains and things that, again... But Be Sport,
but
because...
It's even for shingles. You wouldn't believe some of the things...
Now, that I did not know.
That this particular blend can do. There are so many different things it does. You'll find it in the brochure that you'll get with it. When you open the brochure up, you're going to have all of those things listed. And there are a few more that we couldn't fit on the actual brochure, but people are always able to ring us.
Well, this is what we don't realise is there are all of these different results. And I think because we are all so individual, we're all so unique, the things that I experience, and I've been using this brand for many years, it's a staple part in our home. But what I experience versus Cheryl, what you will experience versus what my children experience, it's all very, very unique. But that's the beauty of aromatherapy. I would like to, because I like to see things, Cheryl, I would love you to just talk us through, with the Be Sport, some thermal imaging that was done. Now, this was done, I believe, with the Current Affair.
Yeah.
And
it was done originally in the thermography and ecological medicine.
Right.
And then we had a Current Affair come to actually prove, and I guess they were hoping that it did or did not work, whichever way it went. But we were able to show them, and they were absolutely amazed.
Well, because
and that's when it was called the miracle oil.
Right. Because the picture literally shows, if you can describe it to us, the before and after, where you can see the changing once you've applied the oil.
That's right.
To the area.
That's right. So you don't have to prove it how else do you prove it apart from the person that experiences the blend? They know they're out of pain. But for anybody else, they'll go, well, how did that work? You only rubbed it onto your stomach area. And the thermal imaging is amazing because it will actually give people a visual expression of what's going on, and it's scientifically proven, and it's just amazing. A lot of women have, instead of a mammogram, they will have a thermal imaging done of their breasts now, and they can actually pick up the beginnings of cancer even 7 or 8 years earlier.
Isn't that amazing?
It's an amazing technology.
Well, and I mean, I feel like to have that sort of technology now, Cheryl, where we can show, because pain is so debilitating, it affects us all differently, but it is debilitating. And if this is something that is, you might now be experiencing a little bit more frequently, you're finding it a little bit harder to get over. Maybe it's, you're the weekend warrior golfer, and by the time Monday morning rolls around, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't be doing that next weekend. This is what we're trying to help you with, is to get you through.
Absolutely, and it is great to put it on on before you go to golf.
Yes.
I've actually just started going with my partner to do golf one afternoon a week.
I love that.
And I can honestly say the benefits, I'm experiencing the benefits of it big time.
Well, we want you to all have the benefits. Balanced Essentials, it is a remarkable product. Please try it. You'll find all of the offers at aroma.com.au, 1300 179 300. Cheryl, thank you for changing so many lives. It's just wonderful for everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Awaken your senses with Balanced Essentials.